Alright, it's May 24th, 2018. This is episode 38 of the Toy Box Podcast. I'm mazintotoro and joined by the coastal crew this evening of Necroblivion,
Howdy, folks.
Scorponok,
Oh, we're gonna have some fun.
and Bran.
Hey everybody, but not too much fun.
Oh, come on, just a little bit.
Alright, well I think the big news recently would be we've seen a lot of Masterpiece releases coming up. So we're getting a re-release of Laserwave, Shockwave. We have a redeco of Sunstreaker in his original Diaclone colors as Cordon. We got Beast Wars Megatron coming, and we've recently got hints of a 3.0 of Masterpiece Optimus. So how's your wallets, guys?
Real good. I'm keeping it.
I'm passing on Laserwave. I didn't really do the first MP Shockwave in the first place because Quake Wave did it better. So I'm good there, but that Megatron, that Beast Wars Megatron, oh my god, yeah, done deal.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and go with the recolor Laserwave, Shockwave. I just haven't figured out where I'm gonna get them from yet because I'm looking for a better price than $209. I really don't think that's worth it, but I do like the color on it. And you know, like Bran, I also have Quake Wave, but I like the figure. So, I'm putting aside money / reserve funds in November for that character for sure. The recolor Megatron, I'm really not too worried about. I don't know. I just don't really care for a toy actor version of him. Beast Wars Megatron scares me for next year because I'm sure it'll be probably next July, and maybe by then I'll have things together and be like, oh yeah, it's it's pricey, but I can deal with it. So at least that's further away, and we still have to take the big hit of Beast Wars Dinobot coming out in about two months. So that'll go through. Corden, I'm definitely getting, and I'm kind of flip-flopping on getting a second one because I want to treat them like an auto looper, and so I think they should have at least two. But yeah, it's kind of scary, but I'll probably just stick with the one because trying to be financially reasonable about things says I should probably just stick with the one. And he's also more expensive, than the regular Sunstreaker too. So that kind of sways my ability to get the second one. So excited about him at least, and the Laser Wave, and of course Megatron. I'm actually really surprised that Beast Wars Megatron was announced after Dinobot. But it's cool that they're still keeping up with the line because I really like to see at least the first season of Beast Wars done as Masterpiece at some point. So we'll see about that. Optimus,
Don't hate kids that doing con after con now. Come on.
Well, that Megatron's the one MP that I was really kind of hoping for, but I really didn't think we were going to get it because the Dinobot alone's $250. And Megatron kind of towers over him, so I think we're looking at the $3, maybe more price range, and I think that's getting a little bit towards the scary side for Hasbro Takara's, willingness to produce a figure for pricing.
But if you want it, you're gonna pay it.
Oh no, I'm getting them. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, we were just talking before the podcast. I'm looking at starting a new job here probably in the next 5 or 6 months, and I'm going to be getting like a $13 an hour pay raise. So, yeah, there's my budget.
I think what Brian's trying to say is that once you start getting up to higher numbers, then the likelihood of many people picking it up, that starts to drop. And with a character like Beast Wars Megatron, there's probably not too many options to retool or recolor, and again, especially not at a higher price point. So it's financially.
I will say I forget the line, but a little bit after Beast Wars, Beast Machines, they redid a bunch of the Dinobots and re-released them. I think they were part of the Beast Machines, and that Megatron mold got released again in red, and I have that one as well. That I would dig as a repaint. I would totally dig that color scheme.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's just whatever. So let's just say base price of Beast Wars Megatron is $250 American. Are you ready to pay another $250 to get a recolor?
That I don't think I am.
And that's my point.
Yeah.
Like, like it'd be cool, but once you start getting pricier with these guys, it becomes a bit of a chore to get the first one, much less, financially viable for the company to release a second version of it that will see even less buyout from consumers. So, it's a worrying point, but I'm totally down for Beast Wars Megatron. Give me the one, cool, great, happy. I'm hoping it stays more along the price of Dinobot, but we probably won't know any pricing for 2-3 months, maybe. So,
well, hopefully all the repaints that they do of all the car bots, like Cordon, is where they're making up that difference, so they can give us larger, more expensive masterpieces that they're not going to get a lot of mileage out of.
Possibly, but yeah, I'm glad that they actually had the plans and are going through with this character. That's pretty damn neat.
Yeah, I'm so glad that they're doing it. I do not think I'll be able to justify it if he's $300, which hurts to say.
300 might be my 300 will probably be my tops. If it's a little bit over that, I'm probably going to justify it. 350, 375, I'm really going to be hurting.
350.
It's going to be hard, but it's going to be hard to say no.
Yeah.
See, I can't justify that for one figure. If I'm going to spend $300, I'm getting KFC's Ape and Snap, and that's $300. I can't do that for one figure. I wish I could, but I just can't.
Yeah, for $300, I would rather get some ridiculous solo Chogokin stuff, some 3A, 3-0, just gigantic robots.
Recolored, big powered.
Oh god, I did not buy the recolored big powered. I was very, very tempted. Cordon nearly got me for just Diaclone. It's a Diaclone thing. Almost went for it. But I stayed strong. I'm trying to budget this year much better. Trying.
And so far it looks like you are, so, congrats.
Well, I had an impulse purchase on that solo Chogokin Dankuga. It's like, oh, yeah.
Damn right.
Half the price of what you should be. Okay, I'll try. I'll do one single bid. I will not do a proxy bid. Let's see what happens. And it went through. So, cool.
Hey, Dominoque, man, makes you happy.
Alright. So, Optimus 3.0, whatever that's going to be, presumably a masterpiece. Those pictures came out today, past 24 hours?
Yeah, just today.
Yeah, so we got to see part of his chest. We got to see part of a leg. It looks slimmer.
The legs look sleek for sure.
Yeah. What's in mind with the current design that they're going for? There's not really a whole lot much to talk about.
He better come with a basketball.
Damn cop teasers.
Well, so there's okay. So there's that. Let's play this. So we really don't know much about this release at all. What do you want to see come with this, or what kind of feature do you want to see on this version of Optimus?
It's going to have to be something just completely off the wall, completely different for me to give a rat's ass about it. MP10 is already there for me. I have the original MP1. I've got the MP, the oversized MP10 clear version. For a G1 truck bot, I'm good. I'm good. Now, if they do something different, like the IDW, the G Creations version, we could talk.
Yeah, I think MP10 for most collectors hit the spot, and everyone's been pretty much happy with that.
Well, I've seen some people be pretty negative about it, but I don't get it.
Well, if we're looking at maybe a Masterpiece Power Master Prime,
Ooh.
I'm all over that.
But I don't think so, because I mean
It's
you
3.0,
know,
so it's saying
well,
it can be
3.0
derivative, I think, of the G1 design.
or just put it this way, it's 35th anniversary Optimus, so it's really only homaging that one version. But
No
Yeah, but-
Ginra or nothing.
It feels like such a waste. I mean, we've gotten iterations of this character spot on. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a G2. Maybe they're going laser. I don't know.
well, here's something I'd be in for it. If they said, you know what, we don't need a trailer, because most people probably already have the MP10 trailer, but we'll include the functionality for it to work with the MP10 trailer. So that'd cut costs. Then you think you might be interested in something like that.
I
That
don't
would
know.
help.
It's going to have to be something really, really awesome for me, but I think I'm a hard pass.
All right.
It would have to be a Kiss player Optimus with a little Melissa Fairborn to kiss and get sweet knife skills.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Well, there are a couple of variations you can pull out of what MP10 didn't provide for people, like add a little bit more cartoon accurate colors, maybe change out some of this dull gray to an actual silver or even white, like the thighs. So a couple things you could do, but that's just, we're very, very limited on information for this guy. So I don't know. It's kind of up in the air, but I still think it's going to be cartoon Optimus.
It's a
G1.
very sleek looking leg, so.
Yeah.
Because just comparing with an MP10, just comparing the legs, it's definitely a much smoother leg, kind of less kibble on it. It looks nice, but yeah, I'm not sure if it's enough.
Yeah, that calf is definitely slimmer.
How about his creamy thighs?
Maybe it's Dancing Line Optimus.
Sure.
Yeah, they kick high. So I don't know. Stay tuned for more information for that guy, because there's so little to have right now. So
Like, why are they bothering teasing us like some third-party company? Like, geez, just all or nothing.
they've done it before.
I know. It's
Yeah,
just
that's pretty
frustrating.
typical for magazine scans. Just to let you know kind of what's coming. This might be something that they might be saving for a big trade show to really reveal it.
Yeah, and
I guess drum up interest.
Tokyo Toy show in July, so maybe then, although they've already got, by that time, Dinobot will be releasing. Maybe they'll have the Beast Wars Megatron on display, and some of these recolors out there as well.
In
But
all of his light purple glory. God, I want an Inferno MP now so bad. The ant, not the...
right.
For the Queen!
For the colony!
Yeah. That would be a lot of fun. Like I said, there's a lot of interesting things that go on with Beast Wars Master. Just again, you get stuck with reuse of the mold to make your money back. So I don't know. Best of luck to them. I will definitely get one of the originals, whatever they're going to put out, and we'll see about anything else.
Well, when is San Diego Comic-Con?
July.
Okay. Well, we're going to get something from that as an exclusive. There always is. Come on now. Grotesque was such a surprise last year. We're getting something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
but it's just usually not going to be an MP. So.
Nah.
But again, Tokyo Toy Show would be it, and that's going to happen right around the same time. So hopefully we'll get more information by then. If not, salivate at possibly colored images of Beast Wars Megatron.
I will salivate and do other things.
Well, speaking of salivate, we finally got some color pictures and a price on MFT Huge Dragon. I am very excited.
Yeah.
Diaclone compatible Omega Supreme with lots of functionality with Diaclone parts. I've been sold on this for a while.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. MFT's doing original stuff with Diaclone, and 80 was kind of the price point I
told as
expected.
well, but that price point makes it all the much better.
Oh yeah, $80, you can't beat it, man.
So is 80 a price that you guys would troop build for an Omega Sentinel?
Ooh, I would get
Done.
one. I would get one. Yeah,
I would just stick with Omega Supreme, and that's it.
it'd be nice to have, on the Diaclone shelf, one in bot mode, one in base mode, or one of its other functional modes. There's a couple.
I love the giant phallic cannon for the powered suit to operate.
That's
yeah.
exactly what I was going to say. That's how I'm setting mine up.
All right.
Oh, it's a done deal. I mean, I love it. That's going right on the Diaclone shelf. It's pre-ordered, and finally we got a price. We got a date, colored images. It looks fantastic. I'm very happy, and I mean, it's amazing.
When is the date?
July.
Oh yeah.
So think August.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
By the time
Maybe
you get
September.
to China.
If it's anything like fucking Great Shot, which I wanted to shoot myself over, yeah. That's another story for another day.
Go for it. How is Great Shot
I'm
in the
happy
hand?
I've got it. I'm happy it's finally here, but yeah. And fuck BBTS on that bullshit. No heads up, here's your fucking charge. That's another story for another day.
Yeah, that's another reason I don't like BBTS. TF Source, you want to pre-order some
I'm
shit?
done with BBTS, I am. Yeah, I'm done with BBTS. TF Direct, TF Source, I've got my pre-orders there now. There you go, BBTS. You did yourself in.
Changing that website was the final nail in that coffin for me.
It's been terrible for a while, but it's gotten worse.
Yeah, let's make it
Huge
hard to find
Dragon.
stuff on sale.
Yeah.
I still like BBTS, but yeah, there's some issues going on for me too.
They're just not getting any pre-orders. That's where I'm done at. You got shit on sale, I'll take it, but I'm not pre-ordering anything that no more.
Well, Scorponok, you just want to go ahead and go into your list?
Sure. I mean, I got a big old list. Let's start with Marvel Legends with the Sasquatch wave. Picked pretty much all of them up except for two, which, thank you, MAAS, you gave me the arms. So I got Sasquatch at least completed. But X-23, she's kind of hard to stand. Kind of got her lent up against the side of a shelf, so she'll stand up. But other than that, Deadpool X-Force is amazing. Cable's amazing. Paladin, I just said, here you go, Zach, play with us damn Legends. Daddy got you a new one. Here you go. So very happy with them. I mean, I love Cable, love the X-Force. So yeah, great figures.
And you got some custom Deadpools?
Yeah, I actually had two custom Deadpools painted purple for me. One from the wave, which is Sasquatch, and one from the old wave with all the accessories. Guy hooked it up great. He charged me the cost of the figure and shipping. So, yeah, I couldn't knock it. Great thing. It means a lot to me. Don't really want to go into more than that right now, but yeah, it meant a lot to me having those purple Deadpools. They came out with that exclusive set, which had the Rainbow Squad, but I'm not paying $60 for 3 3¾ figures. I mean, it's not worth it. But yeah, they look amazing. So other than that, I recently got MFT Seekers and MFT Megatron. The Seekers are damn near deluxe size. In plain mode, maybe half an inch from nose to tail difference. Width, same width. Robot mode, I haven't transformed them to see, honestly, but I believe it's about an inch shorter.
So I'm really curious about the Predators myself. I think that's cool that you're getting into those.
Skyquake. Yeah, Skyquake. I had to get that one. I threw a lowball offer on a guy one drunk night, and amazed he accepted it. So now I've been getting the Predators to try and complete Skyquake fully. I've got Snare, I've got Falcon, no, not Falcon, Talon. I still need Falcon and Skydive to finish it off. But well worth it. Got it for $60 shipped from Europe, fully complete. So now I just got to pick up the little guys to finish him off.
Yeah, I love the colors on all those guys. And the Turbo Masters.
Oh yeah, the real pastel, and yeah, I mean the teal from Skyquake, and then the teal on Talon. Snares are red, Skydive is purple, and Falcon is teal also. So, I mean, just like the G2 European ones, they were very bright. They weren't very just bland in color. They definitely were jazzy, I guess, as the Europeans like to say. And I mean, it's slowly, but I'm getting actually some of the sets back that I had. So.
All right, what about that MFT Megatron? How's that in hand?
Great in hand. I haven't tried transforming him into a gun yet. That's my next thing, but I've got him with the purple helmet, swinging the purple mace. So that's how I've got him displayed right now. But looks amazing, well worth the price, just like anything MFT. Ever since I got the Trypticons, I've just dove right into MFT and buying it all. So they make good quality products, and it's a good damn price. So can't knock it. There's no orange tip in my Megatron. So you can just put him into a gun, and you ain't got to worry about a damn orange plug.
So, would he work with like any combiners or any other figures, you think, or just not quite the right scale in gun mode?
In gun mode, he takes it's really long. That's why I haven't put him in gun mode. He would he'd take up more than the entire shelf, where I can put 3 figures. It's very long in gun mode with the accessories, so that's why he's kind of still just standing in robot mode.
And which
I'd
Overlord?
say probably 7 to 8 inches in length when you actually put the accessories on with to make him a rifle.
Oh wow! I didn't know he was that big.
Yeah, when you tack on the other ones, he's 6, 7 inches. Just use one of your sound effects, please.
All right, Necro.
Okay, so I don't know. It's just been kind of weird collecting lately. Just trying to prioritize things. Definitely prioritizing masterpiece and masterpiece-like characters. So, in that vein, I finally got DX9's Richtophen, which is their version of Power Glide. This is the second release of him, so he's got that issue where the peg for the tail end doesn't fit in very well. So in alt mode, it's the back end's loose. It's everything else is like really tight on him except for this. So the company's supposed to be making a replacement for that and sending it out to us soon. And just kind of waiting on them. But otherwise, I mean, it's a really fine, serviceable product. You can transform him just fine. And, I mean, in both modes, I think he looks amazing. It's really cool how they, instead of just giving you, like, one color for, I mean, his Power Glide's pretty plain. He's red and he's silver, or red and gray, or however you want to do it. But DX9 went the route of having some of the non-red parts be like the plastic molded in like a grayish, I don't know the right word for it, but it's kind of like a grayish mold. And then they went over the shoulders and then the forearms with like a more reflective, almost like pearlescent silver on top of that. So it helps make them pop a bit more, which is really cool. I think he's really well built with the exception of, that one peg. But everything else, like I said, everything else is really tight on him. So, I don't know. I think he holds poses well. He looks good in my collection. And comes with that little girl who loved Power Glide figure. So I have yet another human in the Masterpiece line to put on the side. Oh, and of course he also comes with the alien mask from that Trax Goes to Hollywood episode.
Oh, that's
And,
great.
And so, MP Sunstreaker comes with one. He comes with one. I think it's one of Bad Cube's. I think it might be Bad Cube's hoist that comes with one or two. So I may have to pick it up just so I have a bunch of robots with these goofy alien face on them. But
What a weird episode to go for an accessory.
and the fact that 3 different companies have went that route, so I think it's fun. And I don't know, but I'm just glad to finally have this guy because this is the first time in a few years anyone's really tried a power glide. Have the old, I guess it was X-Trans bots back in the day, and I never really liked them for. I mean, he wasn't really supposed to be a masterpiece. He was just a more upscaled, so you can go to your classics collection. But I don't know. This version is so much better. So I'm glad he finally got reprinted and sent out to folks.
So the DX9, about what's his height with Bumblebee?
Oh, he's taller than Bumblebee. He is from foot to head, man. He's like almost 3 heads taller than Bumblebee. Of course, he has a really pointy head because it's his nose cone. So that might be part of it. But yeah, in real scale, he's probably about 2 to 2.5 inches taller than Bumblebee.
Okay.
And to have, a few other masterpiece-like bots from different companies for the mini bots, and they're all larger than Bumblebee too. So it's fun because it gives them all a little bit of a difference and makes it more visually appealing, I think. Especially when you look at like Bad Cube's Bran and Outback and Swerve and Gears. They're all different sizes. So it's kind of cool to have mini bots that aren't just a one-size-fit-all format.
Oh yeah, I want Powerglide to be a little taller than Bumblebee, but yeah, not bigger than the car bots. So
yeah, and the funny thing too is he sticks under the car bot, but not by much. Official car bots, I mean, from let's just say the tip of the nose cone and not the tip of whatever that little piece is that's on front of the nose cone. He is very close to being as tall as a car bot. Very close. But the car bots have more mass. They're a bit wider and all that. So I think he still fits in.
Cool. I didn't know he had the human figure with him, so that's kind of intriguing by itself.
Yeah, the Astoria chick. So she's got her, big old hat and yellow dress. Well, I'm sorry, wait. She does not have her big old hat, just the yellow dress.
Ah, so close. Yeah. So close.
If Takara ever does an official one, they can make one with a hat. So, so that was a good purchase. And then the only other masterpiece-like character I've gotten recently, and I think it's even better than the Power Glide, is FansToys Rouge, which is, of course, RC. And it is, quite frankly, an amazing thing to look at. Bot mode, alt mode, both of them hit the right notes for me. The colors on her are amazing. I mean, it's like pure whites on her legs and her helmet and all that. Good uses of pink. And really, the only thing is, she's got a bit of a scary transformation. One of the more annoying parts about it is simply once you start getting to the shell of the car and you kind of essentially you look at it as like the top half of her and the bottom half of her. Once that kind of splits out and you have this like car shell to deal with, it gets really annoying and floppy because you don't really have anywhere to stand things, and I don't know. Her shoulder pauldrons are a bit of a nuisance, and you gotta just kind of coordinate everything around. It's not a great transformation. It's not the worst transformation either. But if you didn't have to deal with the rest of her parts flopping around while you're trying to do specific transformation sequences, it would be a bit more enjoyable. And then there's this really scary part dealing with the pauldrons and how they connect to the main part of her body with these poles that there really isn't any good room for those poles to wrap around coverings that are on the pauldrons. So, it feels like you're bending plastic to get them into the correct position or out of, and I really don't like that at all. That is probably the worst part of the transformation, mainly because I feel like at some point it might break the figure, but I don't see myself transforming her too much. So, as a robot, I think she's awesome, and she comes with her pistol, which we all like, the big pink rifle, which I could care less about, and a ton of faces too. It's like 4 or 5 different faces. Other than the standard one that comes are pre-installed on her when you get her out the box, my second favorite one is the more anime-like one. She's got bigger eyes. Her mouth's shaped a little different, and I think it I don't know, it just gives you additional way to display her, maybe how you think she should look, because one's a little bit more like realistic, like the other one's more like a cartoon. So I thought that was a good choice to include the more anime looking face on it. She's fun. So the cool thing is, this means the movie cast is almost complete for having an MP collection, at least with Autobots. Decepticons, I mean, you can go through X-Transbots and Fans Toys, and you could have all of them, but I don't. But with the Autobot cast, still need a good blur. And I'm waiting on the reissue of KFC's Wreck-Gar. So once that happens, I'll have a good movie cast.
So I've seen a lot of pictures online of the closed eyes face for RC. What was your take on that one?
It's goofy. I mean, you can be perverted with it, which hey, it's your toy, you do what you want. I have yet to use the face. I'm sure at some point I'll find something funny to do with it, but whatever. I mean, like no one else came with a open mouth face really that I know of, so you just have to pick on old RC.
Sexualizing fembots in media. What the hell?
Yeah, that's right. So I mean, but like I said, I don't really care one way or the other. I mean, it's just an accessory. You can store it away, throw it away, give it away, or you can use it. It's up to you. But thinking about it now, there's that crazy anime face that I know I can't say the name of it, but essentially it's like someone like wide mouth and crying. Probably be kind of cool to try to do something like that with her, but I just can't think of what they call that face.
Japanese O face?
No, not O face. Not when they're crying.
It sounds like there's some good options for pictures depending on how you want to use it, but
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people using the obvious use of that one face. So,
right. And like I said, whatever. I'm sure at some point, I'll have a display like that, but it's not something I'd do permanently. I'm really just waiting to, the best pose for me would simply be getting her together with the other Masterpiece figures I have and trying to recreate the movie poster.
nice.
That would be a lot of fun. But like I said, right now I could kind of do it. I just don't have a blur to stand in. But pretty much everyone else I do. But that'd be a lot of fun, I think. We've been in Masterpiece collecting for years. Really, where it became a viable possibility, let's say 18, so about 10 years now. And it's taken this long to finally get some of those, some of those main characters from the movie to come out. So, pretty cool. I never thought I'd have to wait that long, but at the same time, I guess I never thought I'd really get.
What a wonderful time to be a collector.
Yeah, what a wonderful time to be an adult with
Yes.
quote unquote money I can use to buy things with.
Hell yeah.
I'm having
Yeah.
such a wonderful second childhood.
Yeah.
Second, I don't think mine ever stopped.
Yeah, good point.
So, all right, kind of long on those two. So the other notable things I picked up recently, Studio Series Starscream, which I think looks really good. And a couple friends recommended him, and that was kind of the impetus for me to get him. I had first said, you know what, I have a bunch of movie figures that are still boxed and put away, and I'm never going to play them. I don't need to get Studio Series. But people were right that this Starscream is really well built, and I like the coloring on him. I like the posability on him. So that was a good pickup. The only other one that I really, really want is Blackout, but I just haven't found him yet, which I know that's not a big problem, but it's, fitting him in budget-wise. But that one I know I'm getting for sure. And then the rest, well, I kind of do without. But this Starscream is a really nice figure. And I guess technically I do have a second Studio Series figure, being Thundercracker, the Toys R Us exclusive, thanks to our friend MAAS.
Isn't he pretty?
Where's mine?
Yes,
There were two
yes.
in the store. That was it. For
Sorry, Bran,
25% off also. So that was kind of nice.
All y'all can.
Oh, no, sorry. It was 15. Sorry. I overshot that.
If only I hadn't picked up my phone when I did, then it might have went to you.
Well, TF Source has them available for pre-order, but just, I really just wanted to actually get one from the actual store, but I will have to settle, so be it.
It was nice getting one last successful hunt. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, because y'all probably don't realize this, but I can't do that anymore since I guess it was early April because the one near me closed. So the nearest one is now about 90 miles away, and I'm really not going over there just to go hunting. So my days of hunting Toys R Us are done.
Most of America and the world's days of hunting Toys R Us are done.
Okay.
There goes my childhood.
So, like Scorponok, also a Marvel Legends collector, and even though I usually wait a while so I can get sales, get the figures on sale, it just kind of happened out of dumb luck that people were finding figures in stores and saying, "Hey, do you need this? Do you need this?" And I was trying to figure out which ones I would need to get on site, so that way I don't have to deal with secondary pricing, and I really couldn't figure it out, and between a couple friends and then me finding one or two, out in the wild, I managed to pick up the whole set, which is cool because I've essentially skipped over 2 waves. They're just gonna have to wait until they go on sale. But I really like the Cable. Domino is awesome. Sasquatch is really awesome, and saying all this makes me really sad because now I have to figure out, can I afford to get a secondary market puck and a Warpath? And right now the answer is no, because those things cost money. But overall, I'm really impressed with the line. Deathlock's another really good one. Just how unique that character is, and I wonder if they would have done him had he not, had some kind of secondary life in the TV series with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But that's a really well done figure, and said that the Cable kicks all the right amounts of 90s-ness, including the TK Flash Eye, which is an awesome gimmick. I'm so glad that they managed to put that in here. The only things I can say about that wave that I don't like Deathlock's secondary automatic gun because it's so heavy, and I really can't find him to fit it in his hands and keep it there. So that's annoying.
Yeah, I can't get a good two-handed pose with it.
Right.
He's just kind of holding it to the side on my shelf.
And while I'm glad to have an X-Force X-23, it's kind of a bare bones release, and I mean it looks okay, but nothing great about it. So it's like, it's all right. But I guess with having so many other stars in that line, you know, the bar is set pretty high this time around.
I kind of want to get like a 1/12 set of like the school desks, just because Professor Deathclock cracks me up with his wants to teach history class of horrible things that could happen in the future. I thought that was a nice bit in the comics. So,
Well, if I ever find those on sale, I'll let you know.
make for a fun picture. So,
So, lastly, I'll just say, back in April, the third-party company MAAS had a sale on their Cybertronian Bumblebee and Goldbug, and they're about $20 a piece. So I picked up both of them, and the shipping was really nice too. So they came in, and I say that they're very well made. I love the alt mode on it, and I may switch them back to alt mode because I like alt mode more than I like bot mode. There's nothing really worrisome about the figures. I just don't agree with how they handled the from the shoulder to the arm and shoulder are really tricky to deal with because that shoulder is on a ball joint. It's holding this massive piece of spaceship, and the rest of the arm is just kind of in an awkward position, like way farther from the base of the body than I'd like it to be. And I don't know. There's limited articulation. I mean, it's made to be articulated, but because of these huge shoulder pads now, and also a forearm pad, it just kind of limits things a bit. So everything except for the arms, I like about it.
well, see, I actually really like the arms. They are a pain in the ass, but you can actually get some really good poses with them. You have to kind of bend your brain a little bit to figure out how it works with the giant shoulder pauldrons of doom.
Yes.
So it's a lot of work to do what would be a pretty basic shooting pose, unfortunately. So he can do them. It's just a lot of work for probably not too much payoff. So it's there. Just making it look natural is kind of impossible with just the way that the shoulders are.
Right. And, like I said, the placement of, the joints for the rest of the arm, I just think that it's too far back, too far away from the body. So it looks a little weird to me. But otherwise it's a good figure.
And the gun storage was pretty nice.
The gun storage is nice. So it comes with 2 pistols, and they both fit, underneath them in alt mode. You can't see them. Nothing looking out. Let's harken back to MechaFansToys Rouge /RC. When she is in alt mode, her face is looking out from the front of the body. I mean, you really can't see it because she's got a very low clearance. But man, that is such a annoying design on it. Plus, I take the faceplate off because it's really easy to just pull off the faceplate. But I take that off when she's in alt mode because, again, very low clearance, and like there's a little crest on her head that it's way too close to the ground, and I think I'm going to scrape it, it's painted white, so of course if it's any scraping, then my figure starts to get ruined. But I don't know, just that whole point of alt mode and where things go brought that up. That's a negative, but whatever. On MAAS, though, going back to that, yeah, they did a good job of storing some weapons.
So I'm really curious to see what they do with the Cybertronian Seekers.
I am also very curious, and they had posted something recently about wanting to do a Kickstarter for Starscream. So if you got in on that, you don't have to worry. Like, it won't be your only time to get them. It's just they need the startup cost. So if and when they do this, you'll likely be able to, donate whatever money, and there will be a discount from whenever it gets released, like the full release later on. What they showed so far with the Seekers, I really liked it. I think just go ahead and fix some of those tolerance issues that they had. There were some scenes that were too far apart, which once they tool everything right, or they have things together, that shouldn't be there anymore. I think they're going to be really big too, and I kind of prefer something more like the iGear Seeker size, but we'll see how it goes. But they do look really nice.
So yeah, I think MAAS does pretty good production-wise. They also did the bastards, those bike figures.
Oh,
Yeah, Unrustable.
Unrustable, yes. I was thinking the totally wrong word there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did the actual production for them. It was an MMC designer that made it, but I really like those figures a lot. So I believe in the company's production.
Here's something you may not know. I was flipping through the most recent issue of previews for comic books. It's the May issue, and apparently Diamond is gonna sell Rustables, or whatever they're called. So you can order one through Diamond and get it at your comic shop now.
That's cool. I knew they were working on like a comics deal also.
So that just reminded me. Anyway, so that's my gets.
Oh, I'll be quick since none of you like super robots. All alone.
Japanese robot.
Okay, so I guess I'm down to Studio Series Stinger, which the only reason I bought this guy was because I found a post by Ariel Lemon Fake Busker who showed it with Prime Knockout's head. I'm like, okay, I want a Prime Knockout upgrade kit. So that's my entire reason for buying this figure. It was really easy, just popping out Knockout's head, popping on a new body. The ball joint is a teeny tiny bit bigger than it is on Knockout's body, but for the most part, it fits no problem. And you
That is the best. That's the best reason to buy that figure. That is so awesome.
But figure itself, I like them all right. I really like how the shoulders can kind of fold in. It really helps with the silhouette of Knockout. He holds the staff no problem. What's kind of weird is the back part of the hood of the car forms, I guess, what's meant to be some kind of stinger weapon. I guess it could be an arm cannon, possibly. But it's just a lot of kibble hanging off the arm. But then he forms into a very sleek red sports car, which I think Knockout would approve of. So no, I like him. Kind of a weird reason to buy a Studio Series figure, but it worked for me. I guess you guys don't like Knockout as much as I do.
No, I think it's awesome.
He's a good character.
Especially for a narcissist like him. That's amazing. I'd like to do that one day. We'll see how that goes, but what a cool idea.
Oh yeah, and the reds match pretty closely, so easiest custom ever. And you can pop Stinger's head back onto that horrible Prime Knockout body if you want to. God, I hate that toy. I kind of want to be a bastard and just pop it back in the package and take it to Walmart, just as revenge for nearly buying bad Transformers and Marvel Legends. But I can't bring myself to do it.
Yeah, don't do that. Be one of the good ones.
Nah, I don't want to subject anyone to that, but just a fantasy that I had. I was excited. I found a Moon Knight the other day, and it was just a mismatched thing of I don't know how many Marvel Legends. It was in the clearance rack, too. I'm like, oh, cool, $10 Moon Knight. Nope, never mind.
And see, it'd be one thing if the stores would clearance items that were like that, but they don't. They don't return them to the company. They just let them sit on the shelf, and some poor sap is going to pick it up and buy it for full price, and it's not complete, or it's the completely wrong thing, which it just kills me. I think one of the worst things I ever saw personally was when that Man-Thing wave came out last year, and I was at a Walmart. I saw all of them there, and I think I just needed Blade at the time, so I picked up Blade, and I left. And for some reason, I had to go back the next day, and when I did, all the other figures had the Build-A-Figure piece missing. So it's like not even 24 hours later, man, someone just went in there and jacked all that stuff. And so all the figures are out there, you know, not complete because you're missing, you know, all these pieces for Man-Thing. And it's really frustrating. And I know I'm not going to convince anyone who's doing this to stop. And, you know, for whatever reason they have, they're just going to keep on it. But it's a really shitty thing. And, yeah, not really much you can do about it. And the stores don't really help with it either.
Well, I did have some luck with clearance this week. Had an email from Ollie's that they're getting Trypticons. Called one of my stores the day that it came out. Left work slightly early one day and picked up 3. So yeah, all the code numbers on them are all different. So I need to actually go through and check a list to figure out what's what. I've not got around to that yet. But I made a little Trypticon fort. Made a picture of that. So whenever I see a Transformers group with people complaining, I like to post that. And just give me a little happy.
Well, you lucked out being able to find all this. And you know, thank you for the preemptive picking one up for me, and then me trying to gracefully say, you know, I don't really need a second one, so, you know, go about it. But yeah, that's a hell of a price for that figure. And it kind of makes me go, yep, when Predaking comes out in a few months, I'm going to wait for that thing to go, maybe not clearance, like $50, but at least hit $100 during the holidays. Because you will go to that price. You will. And at least, unlike the City Box, with Predaking, there's a good reason for me to get 2. So, yeah, I don't need to spend full price for one.
But yeah, so I picked up 3, 1 for me, 2 for my fellow coastal guys whose Ollies may or may not be cooperative. I hit my second Ollies.
Hey, I'm here. I'm back, damn it.
And there's the other one.
I don't know those damn Canadians, I swear to God.
Those damn coastal Canadians. What's all that about?
They're the worst, eh?
How's that maple syrup?
The maple syrup I got from Counterpunch is excellent. So he's going to be my drug dealer on maple syrup for the foreseeable future.
Hey.
All right. Bran, what's with that Unique Toys little bots?
All right, so I picked up. So Unique Toys is doing these little 2-packs, which is annoying, but it's the only way they're going to sell some of them. One of them was their little version of Apeface with, I think, Highbrow or Cerebros. One of the two. I don't remember. And then the other one was Snapdragon with whichever one the other one didn't have. I only wanted Snapdragon and Apeface. The other two, I didn't really give 2 rats booties about, so I had to get the set.
Yeah.
Snapdragon's pretty cool. Both him and Apeface, the heads, just tab in. They open up into a little headmaster, but basically it looks like they have no arms. But they do make the alt mode faces for both bot and beast. There's nowhere for them to store like as a pilot in the vehicle mode, so they just kind of sit off to the side. Apeface is really, really disappointing. His bot mode is pretty good, nice and clean. Everything's there, but both his ape and his jet mode just kind of crappy. So a little disappointing there. Snapdragon's actually halfway decent. His dragon mode is pretty cool. His jet mode is okay. It's not terrible. And his bot mode is good. So I'm happy with that one. The Cerebros was actually fairly nice. Would have been a lot nicer if that fit somebody, some city bot or something.
Not just a random head.
Yeah, it's basically just just random head, which we all wish we could have, but it is what it is. But their highbrow, is just garbage. So there's that.
Well, it's highbrow, so what do you expect?
I got was it Fans Projects or Fans Toys? Their line of headmasters. I've got that whole line, and highbrow was one of the last ones, and
Fans
definitely
Project,
one of the weirder ones. Yeah, but not terrible. It was, not anywhere close to this hot garbage. So, my other main gets the entire Studio Series Wave, the Leaders, the Voyagers. I have all the deluxes except for Ratchet and Crowbar. I pre-ordered the deluxes at TF Source as a set, thinking, oh, we're not going to see these at retail, because all we were seeing them at was like Mayors and North Central America, and then now all the Targets and Walmarts have them. So I was like, so I broke down and got a Stinger and a Bumblebee when I saw them in person. Bumblebee's good. I like the old Camaro look. Getting them into car mode is very frustrating. It's a little tight in some places, and you breathe on it wrong, and the entire roof assembly just pops off. And to get it to pop back on is actually very annoying if you're already mostly in car mode. So a little frustrating there. Also picked up Stinger in person, like MAAS said. Really nice figure, very sleek. I haven't done the whole knockout switcheroo yet. Don't know if I will. I'll probably just keep him by himself. The Voyager. The Voyager Starscream is really, really nice. I like him. The Optimus is really, really weird. Very dark muted colors, very tiny. I know they're going for scale, but it's very small truck mode. The transformation itself is different than anything we've seen in an Optimi from the movies. Don't know if I recommend them. I don't think so. We've gotten better, especially the Generations Voyager Optimus, which was a mini version of the Revenge of the Fallen Optimus, which was the best ever. Leaders, Grimlock and Blackout. My god. Starting with Grimlock, that thing is like head to toe paint job. It's ridiculous. Stock photos don't do him justice. It's like covered in this green kind of scratchy metallic kind of paint thing. It's fantastic. The robot mode is on point with the movie. Looks fantastic. The T-Rex mode, it's got its issues. Some people are gonna hate it. It's got some hollowness, especially in like the neck area. But it's still better than anything we've gotten, beforehand. Dina, third-party company, is doing a upgrade set for it to, give it some bulk in that neck area to fill that out. I think they're redoing the tail a little bit, which will be nice. The tail in beast mode is could be better. And I think there's a couple other parts that they're doing. So I think it's like $20. So, $20 or $30. So that'll be a worthwhile pickup for me. Blackout is where it's at. That figure is so nice. Paint job is basically all just the dull plastic gray color, not much paint on it, but the transformation is great. A little bit of paneling, so getting them into helicopter mode nice and clean, especially up by the rotors, is a little finicky, but it is just screen accurate. Like, it is just gorgeous. Arms are a little clunky. The legs are a little on the skinnier side when they could actually have been a lot bulkier. They don't take. There's a lot of hollow area in the back of the helicopter when it's transformed, so that could have been done. But overall, I'm really happy with the figure. The little Scorponok that comes with him is fully painted. Overall, just an awesome figure. I mean, that's the one out of the whole line that I kept the little diorama backdrop for him, of him blowing up that base. So,
hell yeah.
Super happy with that one. Rest of my gets has really been just revolving around my Warhammer 40K army, Go Space Wolves, for the Allfather, Other than that.
All right, so that's it for our gets and for our show this week. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you for everybody who attended, and for the folks who are listening to this in the near future, or maybe in 10 years if this thing is running around somewhere in someone's hard drive or YouTube. Who knows what life's going to look like
It'll
then.
be on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube forever.
Be on YouTube. Jeez. All right. So thanks a lot, guys. This is Necro Oblivion signing off.
Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. This is Bran, and for the Queen.
This is Scorponok, and we had some good fun tonight.